are not the letters from the future. These are translations. They appear to be texts trying to figure out from the remaining shards and artifacts what we did and do back in the 21st century. And for whatever reason, they seem especially interested in why we did or do what we did or do.
Back in the 21st century, we think there stood on this spot what was called a supermarket, where people used invisible currency to ask permission to eat food products.
To maintain health and ward off disease, individuals were instructed to use refined substances with special names. Some of the substances had many names, none of them recognizable. It's not clear whether these names represented competing religions or whether the many names themselves were a pantheon of gods that brought power by their numbers.
Buprenorphine. Buprenorphine. Now say it again once we begin to heal.
A chemical compound which they called coffee. C8H10N4. They seem to have believed that only by swallowing great quantities of this acidic compound could they ever induce the sun to come up. They created a massive volume of words on paper, but then they began to translate these words to electronic ones and zeros on plastic.
011000011.
You have value. You have value.
The cars transformed the petroleum into something people could breathe.
We don't know how this 21st century civilization came to an end. We know they covered some 40% of the ground with a mixture of pulverized limestone and sand, along with petroleum and tar. Maybe we have so few objects now because they did learn over time. Maybe the fact that we have so little shows how much they learned after all.